This is Just Tool Basics, and today we're talking about pipe wrenches. Hello everyone, welcome to Just Tool Basics. Today's topic is pipe wrenches, which is one of those tools that maybe not everyone in the world will find themselves needing at one point. These are designed to deal with threaded pipes, typically black pipe or galvanized pipe. And it's not one of those things that every person is going to encounter. But if you do find yourself needing a tool that tightens and loosens threaded pipe, this is the tool that does that thing. And without getting into crazy hydraulic solutions, it's kind of the thing that does it. There's no real optional cheaper versions than the good old pipe wrench. They obviously come in a variety of sizes. This little guy is called a 6-inch, 14-inch, 24-inch. That's a measurement of here to here. I don't know exactly if it's like below the jaws or above the jaws, but it is designed for the size of pipe that it's meant to deal with. This obviously can adjust all the way down to where it gets small, but like putting this 24 inches of leverage on something this thing is designed to deal with probably is going to mess up whatever it is, and you want to get the right size one if you have the option to do so. Obviously, regardless of size, the anatomy is the same between them. They all have 4 parts. You have the jaws, lower jaws, which are riveted into place on the body or handle. The top jaw or hook jaw rides through this little flange and this little knurled adjustment nut. You can take them entirely apart. I'm going to use the little one because it's light. That way, if you damage the hook jaw, you can get a replacement one. Let's say the threads get galled or messed up on the adjustment nut, you can get a new one of those and not have to replace the handle or body. With this little guy, it probably isn't worth the effort, but for some of these bigger ones, the cost would make a big difference that you would not want to be stuck with replacing the body. The handle is I-beam shaped, and that's to both be strong. I mean, an I-beam is a very strong structure, as well as taking out that material makes these a lot lighter. Like this guy, it doesn't really matter. This guy starts to get heavy, and this thing is decidedly heavy. And they get bigger than that. So the I-beam becomes both weight savings and strength pretty consistently. Now, there are variants on this design. I have, for example, this offset design, which, you can see the hook jaws, the bottom jaw, the knurled nut, all the same, but the handle comes off at a different angle of attack. That lets you reach around things that, the straight-handled ones, which are by far the most common, couldn't reach. So like I said, maybe not needed for everyone in the world, but for example, I have never needed this for actually adjusting pipes. I have used it in demolition once when I used this to twist a 2x4 stud out of a wall that I was taking down. But I haven't needed this for actual pipe fitting. I think that if I was encountering the size of pipe that was in service that needed a wrench of this size, I would be inclined to call a professional. This wrench was my grandfather's. He did some pipe fitting in his day. He obviously needed it and felt the need to invest in it. And I'm certainly glad I have it should I need it for some reason, but I don't know that I would do it myself. Some other details about these anatomy, by the way. You can see, the big one is easiest to show. See how the teeth aren't actually even, like they aim down or aim up? For example, man, this is heavy. For example, you can see that these teeth aim down, like they aim that way, and then these teeth aim upwards, like that. And the reason for that, it's intentional, and the reason for that is because, unlike, say, a pliers where you're applying grip strength as well as rotational pressure, these are self-adjusting, and you're only ever applying rotational pressure, and then the hook jaw kind of bites in based on how you're pushing the handle. I can show you how that works with a little demo pipe. Now, this isn't attached to anything, so it's a little bit fussy. So I'm going to do it on the this top cap, which has these little bits sticking off. Now, as you can see, this is 3/4 inch pipe. You want to adjust it so that it kind of hits in the middle, not at full compression, not at full open, but like loosely in the middle. So this obviously needs to be tightened a bit. So get it on there, and then when you push down, you're always pushing this way to tighten it. And then when you need to adjust it, you just lift up and the jaws kind of loosen and then rebite a little bit tight, so it doesn't want to hop over those knurlings. So bites down, and then you can readjust again. That is how it works. So that looseness is obviously intentional, because if not, it would be a pain in the butt to like have to loosen this, tighten it down on the pipe, do a little turn, loosen it again, all that kind of nonsense. Like, this is made to move fast and get the job done. Oh, one last detail of features of these things, at least with rigids. I don't know if this is common everywhere, but there are markings in this little trough in the jaw to tell you what size pipe it fits over. So I don't know if you can read that, but it says like, it says half at the very beginning, 3/4. Actually, I can use my pencil to point again. It says half in there, 3/4, 1, 1 1/4, 1 1/2, then 2. So to get you in the right ballpark, like that's your 2-inch setting. So should just work. So I think that's about it for pipe wrenches. If you like this video, please give it a like. If you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing. Until next time, this is Just Tool Basics.